What is going on, you beautiful people? DJ's here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay analysis. Today, we're hopping in the time machine and we're going to check out a classic banger. Let me set the scene for y'all. It's November 13th, 2021, 2 days after I started this whole channel. The pandemic is sort of winding down a little bit. There's news of Reboot Camp coming out in December of 2021, and everyone's excited for the new Advanced Wars game. Little they know the misfortune that lies ahead. But there's a lot of hope, a lot of happiness, and there's some really weird people out there. Among them, LVJD. You guys these days, the newcomers, you know about Jay Talkwin. He's nuts. Grimm guy, he's crazy, he has his alt. Before all of these newer crazy accounts, we had LVJD. This guy is a genius, but he also does not give a shit about anything. He will do whatever it takes to have fun, and I highly respect the guy for it. He is like the Picasso of an early Advanced Wars. He is just artistic in his way. He can do crazy stuff and get away with it. So I want you guys to get familiar with this guy. I think I might show one or two more games of his in the near future, just because he's a cool guy. He's not active anymore, sadly, so we can only look back in time. 5 years now. Oh my God, I'm old. I was like 12 back then. Damn. Anyway, the game we're looking at today is on the map Naranja, which I know a little Spanish. That means orange, like the fruit orange. I think the color is anaranjado. Yeah, that's right. I knew Spanish at one time. Anyway, it's a mixed base, 2 base map with 3 airports per side. So 6 total airports. You have a pre-captured comm tower, and there's a little wonky stuff about this map. Oh, by the way, you have 1 lab, which serves as an HQ, but these are not under threat. I've never seen a game end with an HQ or a lab cap on this map. It's just not happening. It's a lower income, 18K per side, mixed base with two bases and 3 airports. So you're going to see a lot of copters. What is unique about this map? Well, the fact that it's a 2-base mixed base with 3 airports is one thing, but you also have this lander and you have a cruiser. So what does this lander do? So let's talk about the lander first. As blue, this lander can do 3 things. Number 1, I'll rank them in order of most common. It goes over here, it ferries the mech from this island over here and starts capturing these properties over here, and then you try to capture all these properties as soon as possible as teal. And then you push down here and try to capture the base. So that's number 1. You ferry the mech over here. Number 2, you put it on the port here and block red from capturing this port for the entirety of the game. It is a lower income map, so I mean, taking away 1K is not nothing. And then the last scenario is you go here and you block this cruiser from doing anything, which you don't see very often. This cruiser, since it is Advanced Wars 2 mechanics, cannot actually attack that lander. So it is basically just blocked infinitely and indefinitely until a copter comes by and blasts the lander away. But I don't see that very often, but it's happened before. The cruiser, on the other hand, what it loves to do is sit on this port and block and zone out any copters coming from here. Without a cruiser there, these copters can run free. They can go down south, they can go north, they can go to the middle and attack over here. However, with this cruiser, it can really complicate what these airports can do. It can plop on this port. If it doesn't go on the port, a copter can actually beat a cruiser by attacking first. That's how underpowered cruisers are in Advanced Wars 2. They were buffed a little bit later, but like a first strike from a cruiser is going to do a lot of damage. I mean, a copter onto a cruiser would do a lot of damage. So you want to have the 3 terrain stars of being on a port. So you plop the cruiser here after capturing this, of course, is red. And then you zone it out, you build an anti-air, and then where do they go up here? You go over here, the anti-air hits you. You go down here, the cruiser will get you. You go over here, then the anti-air gets you. So a lot of times you don't even see any, you have these airports, but you can't really build copters from them. So you usually see people build copters from this other airport at the top that you get later on. There is one thing about those 2 airports though. Copters are not so good, but a bomber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A bomber can smack the base in 1 turn and get away from all the cruiser shenanigans. So maybe you don't build a copter there early, you build a bomber there later. And you go for the base trade, because the majority of games on this map end in base trades. You want to be base trading as teal, you want to get control of this base before red gets control of this base. That's usually who wins the game. Sometimes you get them flipped at the same times and you have a top versus bottom scenario and it gets a little ugly. And a little more stally in that case, but most times it's whoever can rush the base first, take over the base, and then use their leftover forces to defend the base longer, build a mega tank, medium tank, what have you, in order to defend the base. But 99 times out of 100, it is a base rush map. There is no HQ shenanigans, nothing really else going on here. You are rushing that base, and you're going to do everything possible to get it. This base is incredibly weak. You have mountains surrounding it. You don't have any of you're blocked over here from a bridge. It's very easy for a copter, or even this lander as well, can also come over here and help block for the base. So that's another thing the lander can do. Once it's done ferrying the mech, you can put it on this port over here, or you can bring it over here and try to block Teal from attacking from this side, and has to go all the way around here through these forests and attack from the bottom rather than attacking from the side. You put the lander right there and you're looking pretty good for a little bit, although copters will eventually wear it down. It serves as a nice little blocker to really hold down against the siege. So very interesting map. I like it. I think I've played on this map a few times, and I usually lose on this map. It's one of the few maps I kind of lose on, I think because I love early copters and I got punished a few times from it. So not great memories for myself on this map, but I do enjoy the map. I understand it a lot better now than I used to. But fun map, low income, like I said. And anyway, players, Handsome Audio. This is like a 2021. I don't know this guy very much. I know he's not as good as LVJD, but he's probably like a modern day 1400 player. I think he's like 1100 at the time, but you know, rating inflation with advanced wars, it's a thing. So definitely like 200, 300 points lower than LGVD, whatever you want to call him, LVJD. My default is LJVD, but I don't know. We'll call him LD. LD is good. The Elder LD. Anyway, this guy's a boss. He's doing 2 tiers down. That's right. I said 2 tiers. Why? Rachel back then in 2021 on a 2-base map is still tier 3, but Grimm is the bottom tier 4. So I would consider it, instead of 1 tier, if there's Adder, I'd say sure, Adder versus Rachel, yeah, you got 1 tier. But it's Grimm, who's like the worst of the worst, other than like Sonya in tier 4. So I consider 2 tiers down. I'm not a huge fan of Rachel on this map. It might seem counterintuitive. It's a base rush map. You clump up over here, boom, boom, missiles, etc. But I'm much more of an Andy guy because of the quantity of copters, just, you know, holding down the base with a medium tank, repairing it up, base trade maps. Andy can hold down the fort a little longer. Kindle, of course, is also really good at using Urban Blight and capturing a base earlier. I don't like Rachel for one reason, really. Cruiser. They're 18k each, so those missiles, at least 2 of those are probably going to hit the cruiser. So you're going to get 1 missile going off in a little area, and it's going to do 3 damage. Because this cruiser just costs way too much money, you can just bring it back over here, build like maybe a tank or something, put it next to the cruiser, and then 2 missiles are going to that. So Rachel is nerfed because of these very expensive units. The lander too. I mean, you have a cruiser and he gets 2 hits, and then the next one, it hits the lander, because the lander is also 14k, one of the two. 12 or 14k, I can't remember. I never buy them. They're always pre-made. But these high value units, they always make Rachel and Vulnerable much, much worse. So if you see a lot of Blackboots, you see a lot of cruisers, landers, etc., yeah, you're probably not going to want to pick Von Bolt or Rachel. But she can still be pretty good in a pinch. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the game. In the top in player 1, or in the reds in player 1, we have Handsome Audio. He's quite handsome from what I hear. Moves the cruiser up, moves the lander down. Everything looks pretty standard so far, not blocking the cruiser. The meta probably going to get the mech, ferry it over the port, and start capping. So everything's going normally as planned. These are incredibly contested properties, by the way. You want to grab these as soon as possible. Although I would argue maybe it's a little moot later because of the base trade, but you never know. Usually want to capture one of these in the port before it gets blocked as well. So we'll see which one they prioritize. Also, you can capture this property over here. Usually that's going to get under the control of red eventually. This is not contested at all. This is 100% reds, but this maybe can hold it on for a little bit. I would anticipate that being captured later, though. I might have actually prioritized this or the port personally, but maybe that's just me. So the mech gets picked up. Looks like Handsome Audio is going more for the middle, or LJVD is going more for this property down there. So the cruiser is going in its favorite spot. It's blocking the lander from capping, or from blocking, but at the same time also holding down the fort from any copter shenanigans. Early copters are not good on this map. That's one of the games I lost, was because I built an early copter thinking, oh, I have so many airports, but then it couldn't do anything. It got zoned so easily, it was so useless. So I'm more on the team later bomber. So LJVD is already going against the meta. He builds a weak side artillery, the madman. This guy is nuts. He doesn't care. He will make anything work. He is an artist. Let's see what he does with this. A weak side artillery from a base that gets rushed. That is the most unintuitive thing you ever see. By the way, this is before Live League even existed. They have days to plan this out. This is not some accidental, oops, I pressed artillery in a Live League game. No, this guy is calculating these moves. Let's see how he uses it. Sometimes the meta is not always great. Sometimes the meta needs to change. And Handsome Audio, understandingly so, builds a tank, which is a lot better in this scenario, in my opinion. So, brings the... Interesting. Going to try to stop this mech. Of course, he's got to put the infantry right there to block. The Madman. The Madman is blocking the port from being captured over here. In the tank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, can't even reach in 2 turns. I have never seen this before. And builds a recon. Who needs tank? He could build a tank. He's not building a tank. The man builds 2 recons. As Grimm, 2 tiers down. He doesn't care about the meta. He's doing his own thing, and he's loving life. People can learn a lot from this. And the cruiser's going over trying to block and escape. What is going on here? So if the mech goes away, the cruiser's going to sit on this port and prevent it permanently. What in the... Thing about LJVD, though, he doesn't have anything capturing over here. He built 2 vehicles in a row. He has no infantry over here. This is a very easy interrupt by Red. He's going to interrupt that, no doubt. Okay, maybe he didn't. Maybe he's more peaceful than I thought. But wild stuff. The mech hides away. What else can it do, really? Artillery so far paying off. Now it's like, all right, you want to attack me? Try me. I got a freaky reek with your name on it. I'm going to capture the port. You can't. And if you try the same thing versus me, I got a recon here. And if this tank interrupts, I got a Grimm mech that has 40% offensive firepower. So if you dare attack me with a tank, I'm blasting you. If you attack me with infantry, I'm still blasting you. And he's probably going to build a tank up here now and an infantry down there. He's building a... This guy is crazy. This guy is crazy, yo. Wow. It's only day 6, and he's going everything anti-meta. How can you not love this guy? How can you not love this guy? Let's see how this works out for him. Handsome Audio. He's not scared, though. He's like, you know what? I'll put my tank there. I'll build a copter. I'm not afraid. Artillery? Doesn't give a shit. Boom. Hits him. Doesn't give a shit over there, too. Boom. Hits him. Might I add, in copter range, of course he's going to be building an anti-air here, but... Wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Lander going here. Preventing... I don't know what this is really doing, actually. I don't understand this lander play right here. Maybe I'd honestly bring it down south and try to shove it in this little shoal over here and shove it shoal over here. So you can defend your base better, but I don't know, the lander's doing something. Wild. I mean, this is a free tit for the tank. Any base skips? This has to be an accident. What? This guy is crazy. He doesn't even care. He's got 17 days. He just base skips. This, imagine like Rip or Alaga2 just base skipping. This is guys like their level back in the day. He's like, I don't feel like, I don't know. I'm not going to build a unit. I don't need it. I don't need a unit. Cool. Just wild, this guy. He's down 2 tiers. He's base skipping at will. He got away with murder over here. The tank can't even attack. He just killed a unit, weakened the mech, prevented 3 properties that he's going to get at the top. So maybe he can base skip. He doesn't give a shit. He's just like, whatever. Interrupts. Now the artillery blocks this from being captured, but I would love to see that lander go down south. This is like free hit city, though, over there. Like, there's nothing to defend that. I don't know about this cap, though, by LGBT. That seems a little excessive. There's no tank up there. You got a freaky reek and a bunch of infantry. So that, no doubt's going to be interrupted. Super easy interrupt right there. It'd be crazy not to interrupt that. Lander blocking the cap over here. That's another thing the Lander can do. It's blocking this cap by teal. And now LJVD is capping the space over here. He's going to be capping that soon. Or sorry, Handsome Audio is. He's very handsome. Trust me. And he thinks he's going to go for this cap here. I mean, LJVD is not going to allow that. He uses a recon instead of an artillery. He kills 2 units. Boom, bang. Doesn't give a shit. Tank comes in. Builds a medium tank because, you know, he's cool. He doesn't give a shit. He'll build whatever he wants. He's building all vehicles from his weak base, which is very counterintuitive. Usually you want to use your strong base to put more pressure on the weak base. But instead, he's like, you know what? I'm just going to build strong units from my weak base. My artillery weak side. I don't have any infantry to block for it, but yeah, I have no infantry walls to block anything here. I mean, things can smack that artillery if they get close enough, but he doesn't really give a shit. He's LJVD. Doesn't care. Handsome Audio comes in. Boom! Nice 3-9 hit. Still low on the... See, the copter gets a free hit there, basically. Although I wouldn't say it's free because this anti-air will smack him. But he's going in hard. Kills off the artillery. Infantry caps. Handsome Audio is being the aggressor here. LD, he's chilling. Grimm, usually you want to be Oonga Boonga offensive because your opponent's going to have better powers than you. He's chilling. He's got the income advantage. Or he soon will. He doesn't really care. He's just, you know, whatever. Medium tank. Probably going to attack that infantry, get a one-shot. Bonk. Is he going to base skip again? Is he going to base skip again? He has 1k. No, okay, he doesn't. I was like, what? This man, he's a legend. But the powers are coming on soon. You know, Handsome Audio is holding his own. LJVD's a stronger guy. Once the powers go on, even just the lucky lass, things are going to start swinging. And he's getting the Lander in for the block. So it's hard to break through with the Lander there. I would have loved to see the same for LJVD, but he's being a little feisty with it. He apparently wants to bring the mech back to this island over here. I think the mech is homesick and wants to go back to Calm Tower Island or something. I don't know why else that Lander's docking there. He's waiting for his Carnival cruise line to the island. You don't see that very often. Sacking the tank and infantry attacking over. But props to LJVD for holding this property down. I mean, that's helping him a lot. It usually is not that contested. Usually Red will get control of it eventually, but holding on the property by using that artillery quite well. And we see the stealth. Handsome Audio is like, look, I know this dude's nuts, but I can be nuts too. I can be Planter's peanut nut. And your cruiser, guess what? I can go in stealth mode. You can't see me and you can't attack me. You're going to need a fighter over here. Oh, sorry, I forgot. You don't have enough money for a fighter. So, yeah, sorry about that. So I'm going to get at least 1 to 2 to 3 hits off without any retaliation by you. So this is one of the few maps. Maybe stealth makes a modicum of sense, but very little, like an Italian way. Like very little amount of sense here. Very little amount of sense. So let's see how that stealth does. But here comes LJVD. His blob's coming in. Recon getting his freak on. Anti-air attack and infantry doesn't even give a shit. Blocking the Lander in here. And the Lander is stuck right here. And this recon's annoying. You really want to put the Lander right there, but the recon's in the way. Kind of being a pain in the ass cheeks. LJVD's Lander not really doing shit, though. Feisty move. Builds a recon. This is a day 10 recon. Usually recons are like day 3, 4, 5, and then you move on with life, and we're on to tanks, we're on the heavy tanks, we're on the, stealths. I can build a recon. Gonna save up, no doubt, for a fighter next turn. And someone hopped aboard the Carnival cruise line. He's coming in somewhere. I don't know where this is going. It might be going over here to this island, then trying for that property that is not contested at all, but I mean, I don't know. Here comes Handsome Audio. He doesn't care. Here comes the stealth. And just like that, it's hidden. Gotta be careful. It can't be surrounded, though. You can put a tank here, recon, Luckily, it cannot be quite surrounded yet, I don't think. Actually, I think it can. You have to be really careful. You gotta be really careful. Nice find over here by Handsome Audio, though. You know, the tank just got a free hit. If you attack with the medium tank, I mean, that artillery's going to blast the medium tank. And here comes the fighter. Recon getting its beep on. Oh, no. You thought this recon was... Why didn't you just build a tank? Because... Bonk. Bye-bye, artillery. Bye-bye. Boom, caused the copter. Where is that lander going? Fighter from this one over here. Actually, this is a much better idea. I was purely thinking over here for some reason, but yeah, it's so much better to get a fighter at the top. So LJVD, he's about to play cat and mouse with that stealth fighter. He's blocking the base, so you want to attack here, you're getting base locked. So you kind of have to move off and just allow that infantry to stay there. He does really want to have some sort of artillery pressure or heavy unit pressure, because all he got recon and infantry with machine guns. You need something harder to take the base, so the base is really not under threat. The base over here is under a lot more threat by Handsome Audio. And might I add, a superpower is coming. Where will it land, though? Let's find out. Covering fire comes in. Yep. One hits the cruiser, like I said. Two hit the infantry over here. Very minimal. How much damage did that do? 98,000. See how much damage that did. 12,000. 12,000 in damage. Rachel superpower. That's stinky. That's like a Kindle Urban Blight CO power. 12,000? Are you kidding me? And half of it is useless to this cruiser? So you're really doing like 4,000 maybe. 5,000. Yeah, it's stinky. Stinky. Here comes the stealth, though. He kills a recon. Congratulations, I suppose. That medium tank needs to run out of there. But cruiser's starting to scramble over here. I mean, this medium tank can kill that, but he has to watch out for the stealth, so I probably do not want to pursue that. Builds a meaty medium tank. There is absolutely nothing over here that can dislodge that from blue. So LJVD needs to build some sort of artillery, some heavy tanks, something to push the base. But so far, minimal base pressure from both. And look at what is going on over here. Come on. What is going on over here? You think you're going to capture that, dude? Bruh. That's not even contest. Doesn't care about the stealth fighter. Bonk. Hits it. Doesn't care. Knuckle Buster. Whoa. Has this been wrong in the... It's Knuckle Duster. I had no idea till now. There's inaccuracies on this replay viewer. Knuckle Buster. That sounds like he's yanking the snake or something. Knuckle Buster. I don't know, man. Knuckle Buster's weird. Duster is one thing, you know, dusting off the knuckles after beating someone up. Knuckle Buster, what are you busting, dude? I don't know. I don't want to know what you're busting. This is kind of cute, though. Look how these trapped guys are right here. I mean, like, the medium tank will have to let himself, like, sit on the base for one turn, but these guys are trapped as hell. Cupter comes in. I think I called it Cupter. So does the Recon. It offers itself as tribute to the medium tank. I think the medium tank might actually take it. Honestly, it's 4K. Here comes the stealth. Boom. 8 damage. 8 damage. That's not bad, actually. And then finish it off. Boom. Not bad, not bad. But can he get away with this capture? I think he's going to get away with that capture. I don't know how long he's going to be able to hold it, but he's going to get away with the capture. Can the Recon stop it? Not even close. Several turns away. Or 2 turns away. Boom! There goes the medium tank. And like I said in other games, mixed base games are like sped up versions of normal maps. So turn 13 is more like turn 26 on those maps. It's like double the speed, or at least 50% increase. So like day 19. So the fact this is going on and there's no base trades yet, and it's day 13 is kind of wild. Most of the time there's a base trade by like day like 11. So they're on something. Captures that base over there. I've never seen that happen before in my life on this map. Builds a T-copter. What is he doing with this T-copter over there? What is the plan here? I'm very curious. Handsome Audio, he's bringing the Recon in. He's bringing the infantry in. He's using the lander to block, so he can only attack it from one angle. Where's that stealth going to go? He's going to go to heal. Not heal, but to refuel. Finally captures this property over here. So it's day 14, and LVGD himself has a 1K income lead. Through all of this, very, very low income, 16K to 15K. Soon to be more, though, mind you. What the? Look at this. This guy is insane. Look at this. It's not over, too. It's going to move, I swear. Moves over there. Then plops the T-copter here. And then he's going to go for the airport. And he can't build anything because there's a fighter there. He's going to take the island. I've never seen that either. This guy. Oh my god, I love this guy. And he can capture here too if he wants to. This guy is so freaking wild. Free hit for Handsome Audio, though. Free hits. But is it enough? Stealth comes back online. And the thing about the stealth fighter fighting Grimm, if you get a first strike with a stealth fighter, you're beating the fighter. So that fighter can't blindly go around and, whoa, where is he? If you get first struck by that stealth fighter, you're going bye-bye. You're going to the hospital. So, you gotta be careful with that fighter. Despite it being stronger than the stealth fighter, as Grimm with the decreased defenses, you gotta be careful. And he has no idea where that stealth is. Builds another. It's day 15. He's still building recons, this crazy man. No! 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 The stealth fighter, LG. LVGB. LG. No! Bro, lucky last, he's gonna one-shot that fighter. He's gonna one-shot that fighter. He's gonna one-shot that tank, probably. Oh, not quite. Oh, no. Oh, no. And he can build a... Now that this is dead, he can build a copter here. Oh, and he can stop the cap. Oh, no. Oh, no. It looked like LGBT had a slam dunk. He was about to win the game with a 2K income advantage. But Handsome Audio hit him with that lucky last, smacked his ass, and he no longer has dreams of getting this island. He might have to leave. He's still capturing. The fighter... Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. He's still getting that. He's still getting that. And we got another knuckle buster, if you will. I'm going to get demonetized, but I don't give a shit anymore. Anyway, boom. Hits the lander for 5. I mean, that's some big damage. Still not building an anti-air. Still looking a little precarious for the base. Both bases looking precarious, but especially red now. Now that there's the heavy tank that I mentioned, there's copter pressure as well. If the tank stays on there to kill the recon, some big bad things are going to happen over there. But red does have the stealth advantage. He has a stealth that is unanswerable. There is no more fighter to do it. There's a 1 HP fighter. That's not nearly enough. Here comes the stealth. Bonk. One shot. Oh, this is getting very close to a base trade scenario, too. Very close. Opts to go on the base and smack the recon. But if another Knuckle Buster comes in, his base is going to be busted. He's going to attack with the copter, because if you attack back with the anti-air, this is one-shotting it. So do you want to move the tank and attack with the anti-air? No really good options here. That stealth fighter is getting a little trapped. And LJVD's like, you know what? I'm building a bomber, boy. I'm bomber man, dude. You thought your stealth fighter's wild, and you thought my transport's wild? Well, I'm gonna show you the big boy bomber tactics right now. So, watch out. That's gonna smash the base. The base is dead. You cannot stop this. The base is dead. RIP. It lived a long time, but there's nothing you can do to stop it now. But the thing is, boom! Handsome Audio is like right back at you. You kill my base, I kill yours. And you know what? I'm going over here and I'm going to refuel. So whatever you build from there, I'm going to kill it with the first strike. But here comes another buster. Does he need one? Boom. Doesn't even need one. Bomber comes in. There's no anti-air anywhere. There is one fighter over here. So Handsome Audio does have more control of the skies. I'm a little wary about that, although there is a cruiser. So this cruiser's coming in clutch. So even if he does get a first strike on that fighter, actually he can't strike with the cruiser because it's a stealth. So he should get a first strike on that fighter. That's going to be really bad, actually. Use it lucky last and kill that in one hit. Yeah. Time to kill that fighter. Woo! 4. The last one knocked it down to 1. I thought he was going for a one-shot there. 4, 6. He's going to die next turn. That's a really bad roll for a lucky last. That must be minimum luck. Very, very unlucky for Handsome Audio. And he's dominating. He's got more units. He's got more unit value. He's just behind 3K. But he's about to flip this soon. He's about to flip that. Oh, he really needed a roll there. Can't get it, though. But he has this 7 HP infantry, and blue only has a 1 HP infantry. It's going to take him 19 more turns to cap. Of course, he's going to get this infantry over there quicker in order to cap. But Handsome Audio will have the initiative in order of capturing the base first. So Handsome Audio is definitely ahead right now. LVGD, my man, he's got 11 units. He's got more income, but he's got 11 units. And one of them is a 1 HP infantry. And you know what? Oh, that whole shenanigans prevented this to day 19. That one early recon tank attack prevented all this, and the artillery prevented all of this to day 19. That is some lasting power right there. That stupid looking build with the artillery has paid off 14, 16K. That 6K artillery, in terms of monetary value lost, at least 15K, I would say. Like, insane numbers. Wild. And just like that, boom, goes the stealth. Oh, that was such a... Look at that swing right there. It's like 20,000 funds. Building his own T-copter, because why not? Boom, there goes the cruiser. What's he gonna do with the bomber? The Shark of the Skies, if you remember. Oh, you better watch out. That medium tank is not long for the world. Better watch out. That fighter's there, though. Really needs that base. We'll have the base advantage. This is going to take a couple turns to get over there, so red does have the initiative. He needs to really pounce right now. This copter has nothing to defend it, so that copter is going to get one shot. Here comes the bomber. Bono. Bongo. And if you attack with the fighter, oh, buddy, I got some news for you. The news is named as Cruiser. And that's going to one-shot you with a buster. Not even a buster, a haymaker. Ooh, your hay's going to be made. And also, I didn't even comment on this. Why the hell did red build a black boat here? Oh, he has similar ideas. He's like, hey, your stupid T-copter stuff over here, I'm going to emulate that. I'm building my own. More expensive version. Classier version. Your 5K T-copter, no thanks. That's some Spirit Airlines bullshit. I'm taking Virgin Atlantic cruise over here. The one with the pineapple and the swingers on the doors. I don't know much about it, but I heard about it. There's some swingers on this cruise. This is 40 years old plus. This is no Carnival Cruise Line peasants. This is some weird shit going on this cruise line, but it's classier at least. And they're going to that island. They're going to a certain island. You can imagine where that island is. I've already gotten demonetized 10 times in this video. I'm not trying to get even more. So, gets on there. Bye-bye. Doesn't even go for the bomber. That's the craziest thing to me. Why is he not going for the bomber over here? This can't even reach him. Wait, why is he not going for the bomber there? I mean, the fighter, but still. Curious. The double fighter trick. Okay. Okay. Well, you're going to pay for that bomber. Bonk. Just like that. Boom. And a knuckle buster. We love our busts. Blocking with the copter, though, will die. It's cute. LGVD is like, no, I'm not allowing that again. You're not getting on my island. That was your cruise over there, Swingers United or whatever. Not happening. Not happening. Can hit the little bomber over there. Just a little chunk of change. Handsome Audio does have a powerful attack back, and he's close to his superpower. But LJVD, he's got 2 cruisers now. 2 cruisers. The man has built cruisers, T-copters, infinite amount of recons, artillery from his weak base. This game has everything. It took me so long to find this game. I'm so glad I finally found it. You know, only 5 years later. But here comes the cruisers. They're ganging up on that poor fighter. It's dead. Here comes another knuckle buster. He's not busting around. He's not messing around this time. Goes for the tank. Another big boom right there. He should have killed that bomber. He should have killed the bomber. And now... See, this is why you think it's safe. No one needs to be on the port. No. Knuckle busted right there. He busted with his knuckles. Bye-bye, cruiser. Now this black boat, wherever you plop that, you're getting hit by the copter. The skies are now his. And 1, 2, 3, 4 airports. And he's building an airport. He's the bad man. He's just building. He's got so many units. But Handsome Audio, he now has the income advantage. He's got the superpower coming. Income advantage. He's only got 11 units. What can he do here? He's got 47,000 funds, though. He really needs a good superpower. And he uses Lucky Lass. Bro. Not even covering fire. Lucky Lass? Ugh. That wasn't very lucky. That was pretty lucky. I mean, I'd just go for the comm tower at this point, honestly. What do you got to lose? Try the comm tower. Because that ain't working. Oh, boy. But LJVD, he's got unit count. He's got copter count. He's got cruiser count. And he's going to combine these baddies, I'm sure. And there's like that. He's got a lot of money. And he builds another fighter. So that cruiser was just a storage vehicle for money. He was just illicitly money laundering with that cruiser. It was not really a big investment. Oh my gosh, he has 2 cruisers. What overkill. No. Used it when he needed it. I want my refund. Got his refund from the cruiser. Morphed into a fighter. That was just a vehicle for him to launder those funds into a fighter. A mere vehicle. Sacking in for another Lucky Lass appears. I don't know what this is going to accomplish. You're going to attack the copter over here and hope it knocks down to like a 4 or something? Okay. Yeah, okay. It's not looking good for Handsome Audio, though. He's got half the unit value. He's 11 units. He's ahead on income, but for how long? Not long. Blocks the airport over there. All Handsome Audio has is left is this, and he had to... did he base skip? Did he forget to build? I think he forgot to build, and he's about to die. I don't think there's any way around this. Why is he not building from over here? Why are they base skipping? I mean, this game looks over. Because there's a battleship over here. There's a bomber over here. I mean, this doesn't make sense. I mean, Handsome Audio is so screwed. He's got 7 units. Let me digest that. I mean, I think it's fitting this is my first game I reviewed in a few months. It's just wild. Chaotic. I didn't know what was happening every other turn. Very unconventional units. It was not a tank meta. It was the recon meta. It was the weak side artillery meta. It was the stealth meta. It was the fighter meta. It was the cruiser meta. It was the black boat meta. This was just a game, a high-level game, but not taking themselves too seriously. It wasn't Oonga Boonga, oh, I just build this for... They made it work. That's the scary part. These players, like LJVD, and, you know, the newer players, J-Talkwin and stuff, they're scary because if they really wanted to try, they would dissect you. Like Dexter or whatever in his laboratory, or maybe it's the other Dexter. Anyway, you'd be dissected, and if they wanted to. But they don't. Instead, they want to have fun. They know this game is about fun. It's about enjoying yourselves. And instead, they choose craziness over violence. And they still beat you. If that doesn't hurt them enough, it's using cruisers to transport T-copters. Have you seen that in competitive Advance Wars ever, by the way? Have you ever seen that in competitive? I've seen it like once for like low-level games, and it didn't do anything, but... These players, man, there's something else. It's just a treat to watch. So I'm very glad I found this game. Very thankful I found it. Really gives me a throwback that this game took place when I was working on my second video on this entire channel 5 years ago. That's just nuts to me, guys. Just a different time, different era. So not only was it a crazy game, it was a nostalgia trip. It's a simpler times. No Tortured tank meta. Just people doing their thing. Anyway, I hope you guys learned something. Or at minimal, we're just heavily entertained. I don't think you can really apply these tricks to actual games. This is just chaos. But I hope you guys were entertained. And I hope to see you guys next time. Peace.